Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week I try to talk to people from across the country about things you can do right here in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this. I like it. It's Life Lessons with James Bell.
Yes, imagine that.
Let's take a long look at your life and choose the vehicle that's right for you. All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind. Are you dreaming of a trip to Italy, whether it's strolling through Rome, indulging in the best pasta of your life, or discovering hidden gems beyond the usual tourist spots? Planning the perfect Italian getaway can get overwhelming, but today we've got the expert to help you navigate it all. Steve Perillo, President and owner of Perillo Tours, is here to share his insider tips for experiencing Italy in 2025. Whether you're joining a group tour or crafting your own adventure, let's welcome to the show. Steve, how are you, my friend?
I'm great, Dan. Nice to talk to you about Italy, my favorite subject.
All right, we got to start with your expertise. What are your top insider tips for experiencing the real Italy in 2025?
This is a very big year. You know, it only happens every 25 years. It's called the Jubilee, and it's been going on for 700 years with a few exceptions. So it's going to be busy, but it's going to be worth going to because they've spent 16 months cleaning up the city and the marble, so it's so beautiful, and they've closed roads off to traffic. So it's a really wonderful, magical time to see Rome. But it's going to be busier than usual, so you should get a travel advisor or a tour operator to help you. You can't just book a trip to Italy online anymore to coordinate all the tickets and all the hotels that are hard to get into, especially in the difficult towns like Amalfi and Venice. So ask for the help of a tour operator, or consider going later in the season, towards the off-season when it gets cheaper and the weather's still nice, like early November. I was in Rome last November, and everyone was gone at the Colosseum. I had the place to myself around November 5th. So it's really a good idea to go when the crowds are not as voluminous.
And many people, I guess they just love the convenience of group travel. What are some of the biggest advantages of going on a guided tour?
Yeah, it's the ultimate inconvenience. You really just have to come. And it's even cost effective because we share the cost with the group, and the groups are not that big anymore. They're 25, 30, 35 people usually at the most. And you're sharing the cost of the transportation and the guides and even the hotels. So it's a great value. And it's very efficient, and you end up with more free time than when you go on your own because we see the site so efficiently, and we have afternoons off on many days. But the best part is the group itself. If you're a couple or a single, a tour is ideal for you. But we have a great time. We have so much fun at our dinners with wine, and we're always singing, and we're keeping in touch at the end of every tour. We've had marriages result from our tours. So that's the group tour story. They're a lot of fun, and they're cost effective and easy.
And I guess if you do want to explore on your own, what advice would you give to someone trying to make the most of like an independent trip to Italy?
That's the same thing, especially this year. You really have to use a travel advisor for help. Sometimes they charge you a minimal amount, or a tour operator charges you nothing. And in fact, it's cheaper to get our help because you need to get your skip the line tickets all around the country. And you have to make appointments to get into the Colosseum now, to get into the Vatican, to see the David in Florence. You definitely need a specific appointment time. So that's why ask for a tour operator's help or a travel agent. We have a 24-hour hotline, so even when you're alone and we've set up the trip for you, you can call us at any time for any matter, large or small, and we'll bail you out. Like if you miss your train, you need someone to reschedule your train. So that's my advice for individual travelers.
And Italy, it's known for its food, its art, its culture. Do you have any must-visit spots or like hidden gems that people should add to their itinerary?
No, they have their regional foods, which you should honor. The red tomato sauce and pizza comes from the Naples area. Mozzarella comes from there. But Bologna is the king of food cities, and they make bolognese. These bolognese pastas. They're wrapped and they're just delicious, and the sauces in the north are amazing. So it's simple food, but it's great food because the ingredients are always so fresh. That's one of 9 reasons to visit Italy, the food, but it's a major one.
Steve, I gotta go on one of your tours sometimes. You just tell it just right, all right, my friend? Where can we go for more information, maybe even book a tour with you?
Our website is perillotours.com, perillotours.com. Check it out. I spent a lot of time on that website. Check it out. It's got a lot of great information.
Steve Perillo, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
Nobody loves tax season. Well, maybe some accountants and that guy Sheldon Cooper, but it's not just about filing paperwork. It's a perfect chance to plug those budget leaks and make your money work for you. A recent survey found that 70% of Americans regret how they spent their money last year, and I am one of them. I did a very bad job spending my money. So let's try to fix that for 2025. And joining me today is Jeannette, Kaplun, founder and CEO of Hispana Global, who's here to share how prepping your taxes can actually help you save all year long. Welcome to the show, Jeannette. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, let's change what happened last year. Let's make a difference this year.
All right. So what are some of the 3 things that we should keep an eye on when going through our taxes that could pretty much help us save a little bit of money?
Well, the first tip is to be as organized as possible. Keep track of all those business-related expenses or side hustle-related expenses like car mileage, office supplies, internet costs. Also, take advantage of all possible deductions and credits, especially if you're a parent, and make sure to file on time. If you need extra time and you're not going to meet the deadline, please file an extension to avoid all those penalties and late fees.
And we have all the subscriptions that we forgot about, streaming apps, memberships. How can we make sure that we're not paying for things that we don't actually need anymore?
Well, the first thing is to really review all of those online and offline subscriptions that keep auto-renewing themselves, and you're spending so much money on things that you even forgot about. Also, if you have kids sharing any accounts, please make sure to track all those in-app purchases. And if you're signing up for a free trial, I have a tip for you. Always add the end by or the renewal date in your calendar. So that way you'll stop it and you're not surprised in the end by paying each week, each month, or each year for something that you're not using anymore.
And it's also kind of a great time to hunt for deals. What are some of these budget-friendly moves that we could kind of make right now?
Well, if you're also worried about auto-renewing contracts, I have a great solution for you. Just check out Now by Xfinity. They have pay-as-you-go mobile, internet, and streaming services. The great thing is that you're not tied into an annual contract, right? It's all month to month without a credit check, so it's super easy. And signing up is really a breeze, either online or at your local Xfinity store. And when you sign up for internet, you'll receive everything you need in a single box. You just plug it in and activate it using the Xfinity app. Super, super easy. And now internet starts at just $30 per month, and that's all in, equipment included. And if you're interested in mobile service as well, you can sign up for both internet and mobile for just $55 per month. No annual contract, no hidden fees. That's what you pay. Amazing. And also, if you're into streaming, Now has 3 different streaming services. It has Now TV, Now TV Latino, and Now Stream Saver. So you bundle everything up and you'll end up saving so much money.
And if we're lucky enough to get a tax refund, what is one of the smartest way to use that money so that it actually lasts?
Well, a lot of people don't realize, but interest rates are still quite high. So the smartest thing you can do is really to pay off any debt. And if you have any money left over after that, well, then you can think about investing in yourself, in your health, and improving your skills, or, which is a smart move, put all that money into a high yield savings account. So that way you can make a little interest on that money and it's easily accessible.
And for those of us that want more tips on stretching their budget, where can they go for more information?
You can go to xfinity.com/now for more information.
Jeannette Kaplun, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
You ever feel like smartphones are changing almost every time we blink? Well, there's probably a reason for it. And Apple has got something exciting up its sleeve, and it might be your next upgrade. Today, we're talking about the all-new iPhone 16e, packed with powerful features, a sleek design, and, you know, a heck of a lot more. So today, we're joined by two people. We got Francesca Sweet. She's the director of iPhone product marketing, and Jamira Austin from Apple retail team. They're here with the latest on this iPhone 16e and some helpful tips for anyone that is looking to upgrade. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Great. Well, love the energy.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, it's iPhones. I'm excited. Anytime there's like a new iPhone, I'm like, okay, what's going on now? How can I use this? I just upgraded mine to the Pro Max. I just love all the camera features. I use it all the time for television. So it's not just a thing that I throw in my pocket. It's kind of like my personal studio. And it's weird to say that a cell phone has become a TV studio that I use all the time. So Francesca, let's start with you. Can you tell us about this new iPhone 16e and some of your favorite features, I guess?
Sure. We're so excited to introduce the iPhone 16e, and it completes the iPhone 16 family as a powerful and more affordable option. It's powered by our latest generation chip, the A18, which is going to give you fast and smooth performance, Apple Intelligence, and it's super efficient. So you're going to get incredible battery life, the best battery life of any of our 6.1-inch models. It features a really durable but beautiful design, and it has ceramic shield and water and dust resistance, so it can handle whatever life throws at you. It does have our action button, so you can very simply and easily access different features like visual intelligence so that you can learn more about the world around you. And we all love the cameras. So this has our 48 megapixel fusion camera, which has a built-in 2x telephoto. So you have kind of two cameras in one. And we have some amazing satellite features. So if you find yourself outside of Wi-Fi or cellular coverage, you can still contact emergency services or text with your friends and give you that peace of mind. So iPhone 16e packs amazing features, and you get that iPhone 16 experience at an affordable price.
So how does this new model compare to the iPhone from like a couple years back?
Yeah, you're going to get so many amazing features. It packs a ton of value. So everything from the incredible battery life, Apple Intelligence, great camera system. You're really going to have everything that you need, and you're going to feel that difference every day. Mm-hmm. So even for battery life, for example, we all know that we love that. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to get up to 6 hours more in your battery in your day for, say, if you're coming from an iPhone 11. So you're really going to feel that difference in what you do every day, which is great for those that are new to iPhone or those that are upgrading and want the latest.
So you mentioned Apple Intelligence, and that's pretty much like a fancy way to say Apple or AI using Apple instead of the A. Can you explain these innovations and how it's going to benefit, or this AI is going to benefit its users?
Sure. iPhone 16e is built with Apple Intelligence in mind. And so it's going to unlock so many amazing experiences that help boost your productivity or allow you to express yourself creatively. And we've done this while taking an extraordinary leap forward for privacy. And so, for example, in our Photos app, we have the cleanup tool where you can just very easily eliminate these distracting elements in your image. We have image playgrounds, which allows you to express yourself creatively with unique and fun images. Or if you're just trying to text your friends and you're looking for that perfect emoji, you can just describe it right in the keyboard and come up with a Genboji. We have writing tools that allow you to have more dynamic writing. And Siri has even more context, so you can ask it follow-up questions, or you can ask it questions about the product, which is great for those that are new to iPhone. And all of this is done in a really privacy-protecting way. So many of the models run on device. And if we need to extend into the private cloud compute, we do that in a privacy protecting way. So you get this really performant and powerful yet privacy protecting experience.
Do you guys have a way to stop the heartbreaking memories of exes and stuff like that popping up in the little stories that it provides for you? So I'm like, that was a great vacation. Now I'm depressed for an hour. Sorry, guys. All right, let's talk a trade-in for people who have older iPhones. How do people take advantage of Apple's like trade-in program?
It's an excellent question. So if you are ready to upgrade, we have several trade-in offers that make it easier than ever to become an Apple owner. The Apple trade-in program, it's quick and it's simple. Customers right now can receive $120 in credit when they're trading in an iPhone 11 towards that new iPhone 16e. And with a carrier offer, customers can now get up to $599 in credit. And whether you're upgrading through a carrier offer or you're taking advantage of trade-in, we can support you in our stores, getting you all set up on your new device. And then once you are set up, you can come back and join us for a free Today at Apple session. We can teach you more about how to take great photos, videos, and use iPhone for your everyday life.
And finally, for somebody that's like trying to upgrade from an older model or maybe like switching to a brand new iPhone altogether, how do you kind of help them transfer their data and maybe get them set up for the first time?
Yeah, if it's been a few years since you've last upgraded to a new iPhone, we've made it so much easier to transfer all of your data. There's a few key ways that you can do this. The first way I'd say is to come into a store. We have incredible specialists who can help you seamlessly transfer all of your data from your current device onto your new device. We also have support for you online, just in case you don't have an Apple store nearby. So you can come to apple.com. You can go to the Apple Store app. We've got really easy steps that you can follow to transfer all your data and get your new phone activated. And then if you are moving to iPhone for the very first time, well, first I'll say welcome to the family. But the Move to iOS app is going to be your best resource. That's a great app that can help you securely transfer all of the data on your Android device onto your new iPhone. And that's everything, right? Like contacts, messages, emails, calendar events, WhatsApp content, you name it. So the Move to iOS app is available for free and can be downloaded in the Google Play Store. And if you have been waiting to switch to iPhone, now there's no excuse. It's easier than ever right now.
Francesca, Jamira, thanks for joining me this morning. Where can we go for more information?
I would say come see us in store at your local Apple store, or definitely please check us out online at apple.com.
Well, thank you, too, for joining me this morning, my friends.
Thanks for having us.
Dan.
Spring is right around the corner, and if your backyard is looking more winter wreck than spring oasis, it's time to freshen things up. From clearing build-up grime to easy DIY upgrades, getting your outdoor space really doesn't have to be such a hassle. So today we have TV host and expert craftsman Mr. Chip Wade. He's here to show his top tips for prepping your yard for spring, fast, affordable, and even stress-free. Welcome to the show, Chip. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Okay, when we start tackling our outdoor spring cleaning, what are the first and most important steps to getting our backyard ready, I guess?
You know what I like to do is to just start with a clean slate, which means cleaning off that grime you were just talking about. You know, everything over the winter gets covered with like this weird kind of blackish brown dusty coating that just coats everything. So I like having a versatile cleaner that's easy to apply that just brings that off. I actually found one from 30 Seconds Cleaning called Outdoor Cleaner. This stuff is incredible. You simply hook the hose to the back of it, apply the cleaner, turn the nozzle, it starts to rinse. Immediately, all that grime just falls off. It's everything from planters to your siding to outdoor furniture and hardscape, you name it. It's just so fun to watch it happen before your eyes. It's a great family activity as well. Get the kids out there. They're going to fight over who gets to do it because it's so fun. And again, it gets everybody out there. And it just is, it increases our motivation because the results are so beautiful.
Someone just stole my pressure washer from my backyard a couple of weeks ago, but that looks like that can make up for it. So
yeah, you don't need, that's the whole thing. You don't even need the pressure wash. You just hook it up to the hose. You don't need the pressure because the cleaner does it all.
That sounds awesome. All right, do you have any hacks that make like a big difference without really that big of a budget?
100%. One is getting the right tool for making sure that our lawns are tailored and trimmed up accurately. So you probably have a string trimmer or use one on a regular basis, but not a lot of people actually have a blade edger. This looks like a string trimmer, but it uses a blade like this that fits in. It goes deeper into the soil and creates that nice vertical tailored edge between your turf and your beds or your hardscape in your driveway. It's like that difference with what makes an okay yard look amazing. This is the magic sauce there. And again, you don't even have to have super thick grass to make it look fantastic.
What about some like outdoor trends? Is there anything that we should keep an eye on this year?
Yeah, so a lot of the materials are becoming much smarter and multi-purpose. A lot of the decking options are getting way better. This is actually a version that has something called Cool Deck technology built right into the composite, which basically, if you've got a deck that's out in the sun where it gets so hot you'd never want to walk across it with bare feet, now you can do that with this technology. So it allows you to utilize some of these spaces more effectively. There's even some really cool outdoor LED permanent house lighting that's a DIY install. You simply can stretch these out, install them on the eaves or the overhangs or the porches. They have a nice warm or cool white light for normal architectural every day, but then you can just change the color with your cell phone in case you're having a party, it's the holidays, or you have a baby shower at the house. Turn it pink or turn it blue. Set the mood. Super fun, but an easy install you can do yourself.
Heck yeah, 'tis the season to get things set up for next year. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
What are some of your go-to products for like cleaning or refreshing some of those outdoor spots?
You know, you got to have a leaf blower that's going to get the job done. So don't tinker around and play with the least common multiple option that you can get. Get one that is actually maybe a little bit more powerful than you think you need. You will not be disappointed. So whether it's a handheld like this or even some backpack options, you don't have to get gas anymore. The battery-powered units are every bit as powerful, and they're much more quiet with no maintenance. Really, really great. And I like to have two backpack blowers. When you're cleaning your yard, having two people coming from different angles is so much more efficient than trying to do it all yourself. So that's a big one. And also now is the time to get a good window and screen cleaner to clean all that glass, because it won't be but a few weeks from now when the sun is higher in the sky, you're going to see just how dirty all the glass is over the winter. Now's the perfect time to clean it.
Hey, Chip, is there anything else you got on the plate, or where can we go for more information?
You know, all of these products, from the 30-second cleaners to the power tools, you can find at your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Amazon, even Walmart. And of course, if you want more tips or ideas on projects, I've got tons of stuff on my website at chipwade.com.
Chip Wade, you're the man. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
We all know SUVs kind of dominate the road these days, but is bigger always a better idea? Sedans used to be the go-to choice for drivers, and despite the rise of crossovers, they still have some major perks: better fuel efficiency, smoother handling, and often a lower price tag. So are sedans looking to make a comeback? Here with the inside scoop is James Bell. He's the head of corporate communications at Kia America, and we want to welcome him back to the show. Well, James, how are you, my friend?
I'm here to talk cars and have a laugh. It's a good day.
Hey, I'm always happy to have you here with us. And some people say that sedans is like the thing of the past, like the station wagon. Do you feel like sedans will ever go out of fashion completely?
Well, if you go to a Ford dealer or a Chevrolet dealer, the answer is yes, because they've abandoned that space some time ago. The only place you'll find them is in the used car lot. But I don't think it's going away. In fact, I'm so proud of my company, Kia, and a handful of others that have continued to evolve the sedan or family car space. It makes more sense for more American buyers. There's something interesting about the car buying psyche in this country. We immediately think, oh, I need the biggest car I can, the most power I can, the most inefficient thing I can find. That's, because I might load up my car with 6 of my best friends and camping equipment and go to the top of a mountain. You're probably not doing that very often, if at all. And that's why I think a sedan is such a great choice that really needs to be kind of re-explored, because when you really are honest with how you're going to use the machine, a sedan's a better choice.
With SUVs and crossovers being so popular, why should someone consider a sedan pretty much instead?
I think one part that I've been thinking about this today is safety. And what I mean by that is, if you're in a crossover, an SUV, it's going to be heavier. It's not going to be as agile and something more sporty like this Kia K4. So let's say, heaven forbid, a ladder falls out of the truck ahead of you. If you're in a crossover, you probably won't be able to avoid that. Whereas with a sedan, because you're lower, lighter weight, more aerodynamic, a little more tighter steering and suspension, you can avoid those moments. And because it's lighter weight, more aerodynamic, all the things that I just mentioned, it's going to be more fuel efficient. And the idea of buying a vehicle that has all that extra steel and glass and extra seats that you're rarely using is just not very smart. So there's a lot of good reasons to consider a sedan if that best meets your family's needs. If you need that extra space, Please carry on. We Kia, we sell about 70% of our cars are crossovers and SUVs. So we like that business too, but we're just saying have some choices. And that's why a Kia K4 is a good idea.
So are there any new sedans on the market that kind of stand out in terms of style, performance, or even tech?
Yeah, I think, because sedans are a little bit more rare, a little more unique, it allows manufacturers to do some interesting things from a design perspective. So the K4 is a great choice for that. The K5, which is our slightly larger midsize sedan, is another good choice. But, my partners over at Hyundai have some amazing sedans to look at. So it might take a little bit more work. You can't just pop into the dealership closest to you, especially if it's Ford or Chevrolet. But definitely there's some interesting choices. And again, I think they all allow you to personalize a little bit more than a crossover and SUV would.
So what should buyers be keeping in mind when they're deciding between a sedan and maybe an SUV?
Super simple. Take a good, candid, hard look at your life. Are you by yourself in the car most of the time, driving to and from work or to school or something? Or maybe a small family with one or two kids in the back. If you really stand back and say, what am I doing with this car? What on a 99% basis, I think a sedan's going to kind of boil the top pretty simple. Now, again, we love SUVs and crossovers. We're not trying to talk you out of it, but find the vehicle that best meets your family's needs. That's something you're going to be proud and happy to own for many years to come.
I like it. It's life lessons with James Bell.
Yes, imagine that.
Let's take a long look at your life and choose the vehicle that's right for you. James, it's always great to have you on the show. Where can we go for more information and probably get a peek at some of the new Kia sedans?
Yeah, well, that'd be easy. Please go to kia.com. We've got a lot of great information there. A sneak peek at what we're going to show on the sedan side at the New York Auto Show next month. And I also love places like Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds.com. That third-party analysis is very helpful.
James Bell, thanks for joining me again this morning.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And that's it for Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, go to our website, riseunwindtv.com. Fill out the form, send us your info. Maybe we'll be talking on a future episode. Also, make sure you follow us, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's at Rise Unwind TV. And until next week, that was Rise and Unwind.
Valentine, string your magic arrow, pierce it through my heart. Valentine, bring me love and sorrow. It's not fair to leave me in the dark. Every year I write you something different. Every tear's a fight. Maybe I don't deserve it. It's not fair to leave me in the dark.